Hello and welcome to the 104th edition of Marex Maritime News. The headlines Monday, the 7th of February 2022. Captain BINESH TYAGI hits SCI bullseye. Industry sees sharp 6% drop in labor standards reporting. Crude oil passes $90 a barrel for first time since 2014. Feeder ship face continuous struggle to keep hold of their tonnage. Gujarat's MUNDRA port berths India's largest container ship APL RAFFLES. The Public Enterprises Selection Board on Friday, 4th February, recommended Captain BINESH TYAGI for the post of Chairman and Managing Director of the Shipping Corporation of India Limited. He is currently working as functional director in the same company. He has an all-round professional qualification covering areas like ship operation, navigation, general management, shipping management, and legal aspects. After the ACC approval, Captain TYAGI will take over from Mrs. H.K. Joshi. Mrs. Joshi took over as CMD, the Shipping Corporation of India Limited, back in 2019. The International Chamber of Shipping has released its annual Shipping Industry Flag State Performance Table, which is intended to encourage ship owners to maintain a dialogue with their flag states and help facilitate necessary improvements in the interest of safety, the environment, and decent working conditions, among other issues. This assessment revealed that the industry has taken a sharp 6% drop in labor standards reporting, which provided further evidence that seafarer welfare has been an unintended casualty of the pandemic.
The International Chamber of Shipping has recently published a report on the application of International Labour Standards 2021, dated 31st January 2022. The report highlights the huge gaps in enforcing the basic rights of the seafarers as is envisaged by the Maritime Labour Convention 2006. What is worrisome is that the pandemic has been there for nearly 2 years now. And it is understandable that in the initial days of the pandemic, certain restrictive measures were put in place to control the local population as well as the seafarers who are joining ships from different parts of the world. It's been 2 years now, and it is so unfortunate that what was envisaged or what was written in or what was the finding of the report about almost a year ago, the things have not changed so much drastically, barring a few honorable exceptions. And the seafarers' basic rights continue to be trampled upon. Which are the basic rights that are being trampled? A right to shore leave, right to medical facilities, right to repatriation, and right to replacement. A seafarer finally has to go home when he finishes his tour of duty, and a new seafarer has to join that and relieve this gentleman on board. It is our fervent appeal, once again, on behalf of the seafarers, on behalf of the owners, on behalf of the ship managers, and all interested parties, that the seafarers have not at all been responsible for delays in movement of ships and thus movement of cargo, and they have been moving these essential goods diligently over all these years. Kindly let them do their job, kindly let them join ships, kindly give them their basic rights. Enough is enough.
Oil shot across $90 for the first time since 2014 as winter weather in the US threatened to shut some oil production, while geopolitical tension continued to keep investors on edge.
Oil prices above $90 a barrel may sound music to the exploration production companies. However, this is not a good news for the companies which are into energy intensive business. And therefore, this makes another reason why we should look for alternative fuels. When I say alternative fuels, these are like green hydrogen, green ammonia, methanol, which can be produced from the renewable energy sources. And these renewable energy sources can come from solar power, wind power, both offshore and onshore wind, hydropower. Norway is a pioneer in the green technologies, in the green energy. They have been generating green hydrogen for the past more than 100 years. So Norway has a lot to offer in terms of the green technology to the world, and that's what we are offering to the Indian stakeholders here from the commercial section of the Norwegian Embassy in Delhi.
Global feeder operators are having their heads turned by huge offers for their own tonnage and chartered in ships from cash-rich ocean carriers and startup liner companies.
The current spree of acquisition of ships, particularly feeder vessels or feeder companies, by large shipping lines has to be taken in a wider perspective. For one, it is not just shipping lines that are operating feeder vessels, even terminals and customers and new players are acquiring feeder vessels. Furthermore, the consolidation in shipping industry is an old phenomena. It predates the pandemic and current boom at least by 10 years, if not more. A dominant player, in order to preserve the dominance, tries to increase the dominance by enhancing the position by play in various sectors. In the current context, the consolidation is taking place on three planes. One, by merger or acquisition of like or similar operators. Second, by offering door-to-door or end-to-end logistics service to the customer, thereby increasing the stake in the total supply chain. The third plane is increasing the investment or control in the support services and infrastructure for this, that is investment in ports, terminals, even railways and trucking, investment in support services such as supply chain management, regulatory compliance. Hence, it is a play not on one plane or a linear single feeder operation. For resilient supply chains, the buyers, the sellers, the manufacturers, the producers need to have resilient logistics. It is not that the policymakers and customers, that is the buyers and sellers, exporters and importers, have not realized the importance of resilient supply chains, but there seems to be a very little movement in ensuring it. The challenges are particularly severe in container arena as Indians hardly own any container ship and has very little fleet of containers. It is therefore important, like the energy sector, the container shipping, which is so essential for India becoming a 5 trillion economy, get the same status that energy security has. Here, the customers, the policymakers, and the logistics service players in the EXIM logistics arena have to come together and create a solution that is lasting and robust for ensuring resilient and responsible supply chain with support of reliable logistics infrastructure and logistics services.
The Adani CMA MUNDRA terminal in Gujarat berthed the APL RAFFLES on Friday, making it the largest container vessel to call India. APL RAFFLES is one of the largest vessels in the fleet of French container transportation and shipping company CMA CGM. Built in 2013, this 176,727 deadweight, 17,292 TEUs capacity vessel is 398 meters long and 51 meters wide. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you for watching. See you next Monday.